Now let's take a look at the REST helper. This helper serves as a kind of wildcard connector, allowing you to connect to just about any API out there. The actions on the REST helper correspond to the standard REST methods. The endpoint URL field should be filled with the respective URL of your API endpoint. The header field allows you to specify the request headers, such as an authorization header with a bearer token. Alternatively, for APIs using basic auth, you can add a default connector auth by clicking here. In that case, you do not need to specify an authorization header. In case you entered a base URL in the connector auth, the endpoint URL field does not need to include the entire URL, but instead just the part that is not included within your base domain. You can either choose a content type from the dropdown here, or specify your own content type over here. In case you want to ignore HTTP errors, such as 400 errors, you can activate the option here, and the flow will continue running even in case of an error. For post, put, and patch requests, you will also be able to include the body of the request over here. Here, you can use Jinja syntax to refer to any of the previous steps. Keep in mind that, depending on the format of your data, you might need to include the Jinja JSONify filter to ensure that your data is JSON conform. In case you want to send a file, this field in the form allows you to either reference a file from a previous step, a URL, or the file uploader, which you can find here. In this case, the content type will be automatically overwritten to be multipart/form data. There you have it, the REST helper is your key to communicate with any API that is not currently natively integrated with our app. Yet, happy building!